And we are on air. Hi guys, my name is Brianna and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite TV shows. So let's get right into the video. Alright, I have 3 favorite TV shows. My first favorite TV show is Pretty Little Liars. First of all, I love Pretty Little Liars because it's so dramatic. It's just always keeping me on the edge of my seat and like I'm always anticipating what's coming next. Literally every single episode ends in a cliffhanger, and whereas every episode it leaves me going, oh my god, why? It also leaves me so excited for the next episode, and I'm always anticipating, and I'm really always excited when the new episodes are coming out. Literally when I'm watching Pretty Little Liars, I am never bored, like ever. I'm never bored. And there's like so many different storylines going on at the same time in the show, and then every storyline has so many aspects shown in the show that there's always so much going on. I also really like that there's like a lot of episodes, like there's so many seasons. I mean, sadly it's on its last season right now and it's almost over. But there's so many and it's just like such a long, interesting, detailed show, and it's so amazing. Along with that, the show is like really entertaining, like so entertaining. I love it so much. And then lastly, I would think that I really love it mostly because it really gives me a chance to bond with my dad, because my dad started watching Pretty Little Liars because of me, and now every week we watch the new episodes together, and it really just gives us a chance to sit together and hang out and we watch the show, and that's a lot of fun. Alright, my second favorite TV show is 13 Reasons Why. First of all, I love the show because it really brings a lot of awareness to mental health issues and suicide. But not only is it really informative and brings a lot of awareness, but it's also very thrilling and keeps me on the edge of my seat, and like I want to know what's happening next, and like I'm always like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen, and like it makes me want to watch episode after episode. And like I literally binged the whole season like in one time frame. Then they just said, and they just announced that there's going to be a season 2, so I'm really excited for that. So yeah. And then the show has such good acting. Like I give those people so much credit. Like that's something that's really difficult to film, and like probably very emotionally difficult, and probably like was really hard on their mental health, and it came out amazing. And then another thing I like is like, this is a strange thing to say, but it was like difficult to watch. Like I wanted to keep watching it and I wanted to watch episode after episode, but then it was like hard for me. It was like hard to see someone going through that and like having to watch that, but then like it was difficult to watch in a good way because it makes you think and it starts up conversations with your friends. And whether you like the show or not, it started some good, serious discussions. Another thing I really like is the show really is realistic. Like, not everyone has it that bad, but it shows how bad things can get for some people. And so many people have to deal with what Hannah went through, just like on a smaller scale or sometimes even a larger scale. Like every person has it differently, and it just really shows how bad things can be for someone and you wouldn't even notice. And then not only is like the whole show relatable and Hannah being relatable like I just said, but every character in itself has its own way for me to relate to it, and I'm sure many other people feel the same way. To be able to relate to all the characters in different ways and different aspects, because they're all such different characters, but then I can see myself in like so many of them. Another thing I really love is how they so easily intertwine the past and present together to form this amazing storyline, and they really show how the past really affects what's going on now. And then lastly, what I really enjoy is there's absolutely no filler episodes. Every scene is intense. Every scene is intense and interesting, and there's not one moment in the show where I'm just like, oh, this is just filler, or like, when is the action gonna start? Every moment of the show is amazing. Alright, my third favorite show is Stranger Things. Alright, Stranger Things, first of all, has amazing acting. Like, that's awesome. and it is so entertaining. It definitely keeps me on the edge of my seat. And then same as before, there's so many different storylines, and then there's so many aspects shown of every storyline that it's like always interesting. And then I love how it can really appeal to anyone because of the different storylines. For instance, it appeals to kids because there's literally a storyline of the kids happening. But then it also appeals to teenagers because at the same time these kids are going through this storyline, there's also teenagers going through it. But then it also appeals to adults because there's adults going through this. And then it appeals to parents because there's the parents going through everything. And then like there's the cops, and there's like so many storylines, and it can really appeal to anyone because all of these things are going on at the same time. And then same as before, I really love that there's no filler episodes at all. Every moment is so intense and important to the story, and there's no times where I'm just like, come on, get on with it. Everything is just like, what's gonna happen next? And lastly, this is something that was so weird for me when I was watching the show. It made me feel very nostalgic, which I like, but it's strange because it made me feel nostalgia for a time when I wasn't even alive. Like, the show takes place in the 80s, and like watching that show made me feel so nostalgic, and I don't even understand why because I wasn't alive in the 80s. And I think that's like so magical, like to get that feeling for something that you weren't even around for, and how like amazing the show has to be for you to feel that. Like, I really loved that about the show. Alright, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Happy VEDIM, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah!